2022 was the absolute worst year of my life, so today I am getting my life together for 2023. Okay, I don't know about you guys, but I feel like on every social media platform right now, I am seeing everyone's recaps of 2022. They're talking about how good it was, how amazing it was the best year ever, it was life-changing. And I'm not gonna sit here and act like I didn't have some amazing moments, some amazing times. But overall, 2022 was the absolute worst year of my life. Now, I don't think we really need to get into the why this year was the worst year of my life conversation, especially if you guys have been here for a while, which if you haven't, you should definitely subscribe because we're basically best friends at this point. I think we just need to leave this year in the past. I think we do need to reflect where necessary and plan so that next year doesn't just become a repeat of this year. But let's just end this chapter, finish the season, close the book. I'm ready for a new start. I'm ready for a new year. So today I'm going to be getting my life together for 2023 and showing you how you can too. Okay, so everything I'm going to be doing today is going to be centered around structure and routine. I don't know about you guys, but I personally thrive when I have this in my life. And upon reflection, it is something that I did not continuously have this year, and it shows. So the first routine I want to put in place is journaling and meditating. I have a journal routine that I absolutely swear by. I've done it consistently in the past, and when I'm doing it every single day, I feel amazing. So all you need is a blank journal and some pens. This journal is from Kmart. I think it was only $5. Now, it's best when you have the journal open to a spread like this, because on one side it's going to be where you journal in the morning and the other side is going to be where you journal at night. So first up, you write the date and that it's the morning at the top of the page. Hey Google, what's the date today?
It's Thursday, December 22nd, 2022.
I feel like I definitely should have known that. So now you start by writing down a bunch of things that you are grateful for. So I usually write between 6 to 7, and I honestly just write down whatever pops into my head. It's actually insane how quickly your mindset changes when you're writing down what you're grateful for. Literally, as I'm writing this down, I can just feel the gratification, gratitude. I'm not sure exactly what word I'm looking for, but I just feel so grateful, and it puts me in such a positive and happy mood. And I am someone who wakes up, I don't want to say angry, but I'm not a morning person. I wake up very sluggish. I don't want to talk to anyone. I'm just not a morning person. But as soon as I do this, it puts me in such a good mood. So if you're someone who also wakes up and is like, put me back to bed or don't talk to me for an hour, you should definitely try writing down things that you're grateful for. Next up, you write down 3 things that you're going to do that day. So I usually write down the top 3 most important things, and I find this helpful because whenever I'm feeling overwhelmed by how much I have to get done, I can just go back and focus on completing these 3 things first. And lastly, I write down as many affirmations as the page in the journal allows me to. I know affirmations can be tricky when you start, so here are some of my favorites if you need some inspo. And that is it. It is such an easy 5-minute journal exercise to do in the morning. I'll show you what I do at night on the other page later, but for now, let's move on to meditation. I was gonna sit here on the yoga mat and try and do like a nice sitting up yoga pose, but I actually think I'm gonna go get my pillow and lay down. Is that bad? I just want to be comfortable. One of the main reasons I don't do meditations is because I sit there and then I feel like I get uncomfortable. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna get my pillow. It's giving awkward bed you make for a friend when they stay over when you're a kid. But honestly, I'm so comfy and I'm so ready for my 5-minute meditation. I will see you on the other side. I found this 5-minute meditation YouTube video when I was in Canada, and it is my absolute favorite one I have ever found. I'll link it below for you guys. So it's a guided visualization meditation, and it essentially asks you questions to get you to envision your dream life. These type of meditations are perfect if you're just getting into meditation and find it hard to get into the zone, because it gives you something to focus on, and it only goes for 5 minutes as well. Okay, I'm done. Wow, I feel so relaxed. One thing I really love about that meditation is that it makes me think about the future, but not in a scary way, more in a way where I get excited. Like, she asks you to imagine where you want to live. Also, what the f is my hair doing? But she tells you to envision where you want to live, and I just see Cal and I living back in Canada, and it just puts me in such a happy mood, and it makes me want to go about my day in a way where I can set myself up to achieve my goals and to get to the end goal, which in that circumstance of where I want to live is living back in Canada. So I highly recommend this meditation. Also, I think in terms of establishing a routine, I want to try and do this in the morning. She tells you to do it at night. I personally think I would be better doing it in the morning because, like I just said to to. I feel so inspired to go about my day in a way where I can achieve my goals now. So I'm gonna try and do this in the mornings. I think it's unrealistic to say I'm gonna do it every single morning. So I'm gonna try doing it just on my work days. And after I achieve doing it every single work day, I'm gonna try and up that to every single day of the week. And I decided in that 5 minutes that I'm gonna do it in bed. Like when I first wake up, I'm gonna wake up, turn the meditation on, lay there for 5 minutes. I'm not the kind of person who falls back asleep after they wake up, so that's okay. I'm gonna listen to my meditation. It's gonna put me in the best mood. And I think I'm gonna aim for the same thing with my journal as well. Just really try and focus on doing it on my work days. And then once I have that down pat, try and do it every single day as well. Because last year, this year, I tried to do it every single day. Didn't work out. Felt burnt out. Felt bad about myself when I didn't achieve it. It just really wasn't a realistic goal. Okay, I'm really happy that I've set up that meditation and journal routine and structure. Now, in terms of the structure that I want my days to have in 2023, basically after I do my journal and meditation, I want to move into planning my day. Or if I've planned my day the night before, which is the ultimate goal, I want to then take some time to look over my tasks for the day, get familiar with everything that I have to do, and then move on to actually achieving those tasks. But since today is more of a reset day, we're just kind of establishing routines and structures, I want to move into cleaning and resetting my entire space. Okay, I've got my podcast ready. I have my iced coffee. Let's get this cleaning done. If I could only choose one thing to do to get my life together, it would be to clean and organize my space. Because when you have a clean and organized space, it changes everything. You feel calmer, happier, more put together. So honestly, try and find some time to do this. I'm changing into this top because I've barely started and I'm already sweating. It doesn't even have to be a deep clean, although I will say a deep clean where you wipe down surfaces, you vacuum everything, you clean out your cupboards is so amazing to do. But even just spending 5 minutes tidying a corner or putting away clothes can help so much, because when your space is organized and clean, your mind feels organized and cleaned. And I know I feel like I can focus on my tasks for the day, whereas when my space is messy, I feel messy, I feel like I can't focus. So let's finish up this cleaning and organizing reset for the new year, but moving forward, let's also dedicate some time frames to maintain this, because otherwise if I don't do this, I'm just gonna end up having to do this massive reset all the time. So in terms of keeping my office tidy, so clothes off the floor, things being put away, I'm going to do this daily. Then I'm going to be doing a deeper clean of my office once a week, so vacuuming, wiping down surfaces, all of that kind of stuff. I also want to make sure I'm doing this in my apartment as well, so I want to dedicate 1 day a week to doing the laundry. It's fine, I believe in us, we can get through this. And also 1 day a month to clean the machine itself. Make sure you're cleaning your washing machine. I swear I didn't do this for like a year, and now I'm like, okay, I need to be doing this more consistently. The dishwasher will be emptied daily, but I also want to clean this machine weekly as well. Also, don't sleep on organizing and cleaning out your electronics. The same way a messy room can make you feel messy, I swear, a messy MacBook or a messy phone just cluttered with photos, apps, all that kind of stuff can make you feel messy and organized as well. So moving forward, I'm going to make sure my emails are replied to and filed daily. My tax document is filled in once a week, and my MacBook is cleaned up and organized daily to avoid this sort folder. If you have one of these, definitely take some time to organize it. You will feel so much better when it's done, trust me. Now, in terms of actually maintaining these time frames and making sure that I do them moving forward, I'm going to enter them into a habit tracker, but I'll show you the habit tracker and we'll enter all the details a little bit later on. Okay, now that my areas are clean, I feel like my mind is clean as well. Does that happen to any of you guys? Anyway, I feel like now is a good time to talk about goal setting, planning, just really setting ourselves up to become the person that we want to be next year and putting in place ways that we can actually get there as well. Let's start with goal setting. First up, I do all of my goals, planning, etc. digitally. I use my Apple Notes, super basic, I know, but that's what works best for me, so just do what works best for you. Now, I think the best place to start when it comes to setting goals is to look at areas you want to improve in sections of your life. So for example, I break my life into 5 categories: work, physical, financial, mental, and hobbies. Then I write down what I want to improve on or achieve in those areas. So as you can see, one of the things I want to improve on in my hobbies section is reading more. So my goal for 2023 could be to read 12 books. Now, it's really important to ensure that your goals are attainable and realistic. For instance, I want to get back into reading, I want to read more. I could put down that I want to read 50 books for 2023, but I know personally that that is not achievable. It's not attainable for me. And if I set that goal, I'm honestly doomed from the start because I know I'm not going to be able to achieve it. And I'm just going to feel awful about myself when I don't achieve it. And I'm not going to strive to try and achieve it because I know that it's just not attainable. It's not realistic. Now, an attainable and realistic goal for me could be to read 12 books by the end of the year. And just because I've said that I'm going to read 12 books doesn't mean that I can only read 12 books. But I'm more likely to strive to achieve that goal and to not get overwhelmed because I know that I can achieve it. It's attainable, it's realistic. But I can always dream bigger. I can always read 24 books. There's no limit. You know what I mean? Once you've established your yearly goals, I think it's important to establish your monthly goals. Monthly goals are there to ensure that you stay on track to meet your yearly goals. An easy example in my case is my goal is to read 12 books this year, so my monthly goal can be to read 1 book a month. Now we're going to break the goals down even more and create weekly goals. These keep you on track to achieve your monthly goals. So using the same example as before, my weekly goal could be to read a quarter of a book. That's setting me up to achieve my monthly goal of reading 1 book a month. Something I've never used before, but I'm really excited to try out next year because I think it'll be really beneficial, is a habit and goal tracker. Now I've downloaded this template to try out this year. So as you can see, the layout is for the month and then it's broken down into each day or week because obviously you can see the month, but the weeks are within the month. Now on the side, you write down the habits that you want to be doing that month, and then it's super simple. Every day you just fill out saying whether you've done that habit or not. Then at the end of the week, the end of the month, you can see how often you've done the things that you wanted to do. I honestly think this is going to be a game changer for me. Even though I break my yearly goals down into monthly goals and weekly goals, I honestly sometimes forget about my weekly goals. But this habit tracker forces you to see the goals that you want to achieve daily and reflect daily, which can be really confronting, but I honestly think the confrontation forces you to be better. So I'm really excited to try this. I'll also put the link in the description if you want to try it out as well. So now that we've set all of our goals for 2023, let's move into planning. Now I am an Apple Calendar girl. I want to explore different platforms, but I'm using the basics, and I guess this is kind of showing you that you can too. So I have my calendar split into 2 categories, work and life. Right now I put in all of my appointments, my due dates, when I'm gonna film, when I'm gonna edit, etc. as they happen. In 2023, I really want to be filling out my calendar a month ahead. Now obviously there's going to be things that pop up throughout the month that I'm going to have to put in, or maybe I book an appointment for 6 months time, I can put that in for that time. But ultimately I really want to be getting on top of my life and planning a month ahead. I mean that in terms of booking appointments, organizing collaborations, knowing what videos I want to film. This is especially important for me because I do also work part-time at another job. So if I don't have my shit together, it becomes absolute chaos, and I've definitely noticed that over the last 2 months. I have just been so overwhelmed. I've been having to work such late hours. I just have not been organized, and it really takes a toll not only on my mental health but my life as well. So in 2023, I really want to be trying to plan a month ahead, and then from this monthly plan I can go ahead and plan my days. To my core, I am a to-do list girly. I love making to-do lists. When I have days where I'm just working at home, I like to have a written to-do list. I feel like it's just so satisfying ticking the tasks off when you've done them. But then days where I'm out and about and I'm not going to be home the whole time, I just make my to-do list in my Apple Notes as well. Now, similar to how I want to be planning my months ahead, I want to be planning my days the night before. That way, when I wake up each day, I know exactly what I have to do, and I don't have to be spending time in the morning planning my day. And days where I'm really busy as well, I want to use hour blocking. Is that what you call it? I don't know, but I've tried it a few times, and it's basically where you set times to do each task. It is so beneficial. I love it so much. So if you haven't tried that, you should definitely give it a go, especially if you're a college student or you're just someone who has multiple things going on in their life. I know I can get overwhelmed when I don't know when to do each task. So definitely try out time blocking your days, planning your days ahead, planning your months ahead. Maybe I'm lame, but I'm really excited about this, and I feel like it can really help you guys as well. Now for the best part, the part that I'm so excited about, let's make a vision board for 2023. I love a good vision board. This is my one from 2022, and honestly, despite this year being rough, some things on this board did come true. I went to this beach on the Gold Coast. I got these pants from Princess Polly. This cake is similar to the one I made for my birthday. So let's make a new one for 2023. So first up, let's go into Pinterest and create a new board called 2023. Now we're going to go and find all of our images and pin them to this board. If you're making one as well and you're thinking, what pictures do I pin though? Like, where do I even start? The best thing to do is envision what you want your year to look like and find images that reflect off that and give off that vibe. Now once you've got a bunch of images pinned, save them all to your desktop. Now I make my vision board using Adobe InDesign. I have a template for a Mac background and a phone background, but if you don't have Adobe, you can also use Canva or PicMonkey. So now you can just add all of your images in here and arrange them however you like. You can crop images out, you can delete the ones you thought you liked but you don't like, you know the vibes. But once you're done arranging it and you're happy with it, export it, save it, do whatever you need to do, but then place that board somewhere where you're going to see it every single day. I use mine as my phone and Mac background, and I find that seeing it as often as possible really helps me manifest everything that's on the board and make everything come true. So definitely put it somewhere where you're going to see it as much as possible. I am so exhausted, but let's do some skincare together. Also, yes, I am using, I actually don't even know how to explain it. This is what I'm using as a tripod right now, so hopefully this works. But let's do some skincare together. I already have a skincare routine that I do every single morning and night, so I'm not going to be establishing a new one for the new year. But when I do my skincare, I always feel like I have my life together, so I figured we could do it together tonight. Also, if you don't have a routine, you should definitely put one in place. One, for the sake of your skin, but also it's so therapeutic. It's a good little self-care moment. Why is my face wash not... Oh, it's in the shower. So first I go in with this Cetaphil Oily Skin Cleanser. I swear by this stuff. It is so good. Look how big the bottle is that I have of it. Honestly, I will keep buying the bottle this size because I swear by this stuff. So next up is the Ordinary Niacinamide 10% plus Zinc 1%. Again, I love this product so much. Cal and I have both used this day and night since like 2019. I don't even know how many bottles we've gone through of this, but it's probably a lot. So next I switch it up between 3 products. So I use one day, one the next after that, and then I keep repeating the cycle, if that makes sense. So first is the Ordinary Mandelic Acid 10%. Then we have the Retinol 0.5% by the Ordinary as well. And last but not least, we have this collagen serum from April Skin, which leads me to the sponsor of this part of the video, which is April Skin. So this is their 40% collagen peptide plumping serum. This is my second bottle of this stuff. I literally love it so much. There are so many good benefits to this. First, it's a triple peptide complex, so it absorbs into the skin easier than just regular collagen. It contains niacinamide, adenosine, and hyaluronic acids, which work together to improve uneven skin tones, enlarge pores. It also helps to fight fine lines and wrinkles, which I really appreciate as a woman in her late 20s. But guys, my favorite thing about this product is that it is 100% vegan. It can be so hard to find vegan collagen products, but this one and the next 2 products that I'm going to show you from April Skin are 100% vegan, and they're also free from a bunch of other nasty stuff like parabens, colors, fragrances, sulfates, and animal testing as well. Okay, now moving on to moisturizer. So nights when I'm using that collagen serum, I will also go in with this collagen peptide light and smoothing cream. So this helps to fight multiple signs of aging, such as loss of hydration, elasticity in the skin, fine lines, pores, and dull complexion. And it also plumps the skin's surface to give that look of increased volume, moisture, and radiance. And then last but not least, this is probably my favorite part. On nights where I have some extra time, I'll go in with these collagen brightening and wrinkle smoothing eye patches. These are so cute and they really help to de-wrinkle and energize your under eye areas. Same as the serum, they are a triple peptide complex, so they're absorbing into the skin well. Guys, I don't know what it is about these things, but as soon as I put them on, I feel like I change into a different person. Like, I feel so bougie. I'm like, damn, I really have my life together. Like, look at me with my little eye masks, my little eye patches. I feel like a self-care queen. But I'm going to set a 15-minute timer. I will see you in 15 minutes to take them off. Okay, it's been 15 minutes, so I'm gonna take these off. Why am I low-key sad? I just feel like these are so nice and soothing on the face. I want to leave them on forever. But it's okay, we can do some again another night. But my eyes do feel amazing after. Like, the skin under here feels so tight and fresh, which is iconic. Anyway, thank you April Skin for sponsoring that part of the video. On nights when I'm not using collagen, I'm using the Mandelic Acid or Retinol. I go in with this Cetaphil moisturizer. I absolutely love this. That's pretty much the only thing that changes. I want to say I use an eye cream, but I don't. Should I be using one? Maybe I can start that in 2023.